All right. So there are very different ways to approach this problem. Can somebody, by raising their hands, tell me what their approach was? Well, not everyone at a time. Adriana. Well, your hands is up. Come on, tell me. How do you? What was your first strategy for this one? Never mind. Madison has something to say. Go ahead. Yeah, but how does that help me? I'm trying to find the measurements of the angles. What do I do? Okay. So this is 90 as well. Why is that 90? This whole thing is 90. Why? Because it's congruent to this one, right? That one's 90 as well. So how does that help me?
What 15 advances to 15.
15? What am I trying to find with that? Oh, number 15. Uh, but let's look at the let's try to find the measurements first. How would I find ABF? So I can subtract 62 from 90, and that gives me 28. What does that mean for this one, right? 28 degrees. How can I make sure that those are correct? And that should give me what? 90, correct. So what else do I know now that I found 28? CBD. And what does that mean? If they're congruent, what does that mean? The same measurement, right? So I'm missing ABC. How do I find that? 180 minus 28. Why can I do that? Rephrase it. Yeah, that's another way. But both angles are landing on a straight line. That's why. Not because it's a straight line. A straight line has nothing to do with it. It's just that both of them are a straight line, and there's only those two angles. So you subtract 180 from 28 from 180. You get 2, 5, 152. Another way to find that, what would it be? How can I find? Yes. Good. You can add all of them up and then subtract it from 360, right? Because all the angles will add up to 360. What is another way? Yes. Tell me. I think I know where you're going. Keep going. How can I find this angle with the other information available? Yes.
You put a line up, so now make the 90 on the side with no angle.
Give me points.
And let's see, put the line. Oh, so on A and B, you go up on B, so that'll make a 90 on the left, and then on the right, you subtract 90 from 28. Then you get. So where E is, just go up. Yeah.
For E is?
No, go yes, go up. Yeah. So you put a line. Keep on going up.
I can't put a line over there. That won't make any sense. Oh. Oops. Yeah. So what you're saying is that I could just expand this line all the way up, and then this would be 90, right? And then you subtract 28 from 90, and then I get 62. That's another way. So you can add, but you don't need to because you already have all the angles, right? But you can add 90 and 62. But guess what? You already had that. So you could have easily done this way, which I'm surprised nobody actually pointed it out. If this angle is congruent to this angle, right? So when you add 90 and 62, it should give you 152. And those are vertical obtuse angles, right? That means they're the same thing. So now we can answer the questions without having to do much work. What is angle CBE? CBE. Why is it 118? So some people actually subtract it. I want you to think of angles as like you have this big clamp, and anything that is inside counts as the angle. Can you open the door, please? It's really hot in here. Okay, so what about ABF? ABF. What is it? 28. And then what about CBA? CBA, that's 152. Once you find the angles, it's easy to answer these questions because you're just looking at them, right? All right, for the next one. There are a few ways that you can do this. Can anybody tell me a strategy? What did you do? Yes. What? One step or two step? Both? Okay, so we can do two step. It wouldn't be an inequality, it'd be an equation because it will equal something. What is it equal to? Why is that? So what in a triangle equals 180? The sum of the angles, right? So the angles of a triangle always equals 180. So I can say that this angle plus this angle plus this angle equals 180. I'm going to show you a little trick. Name them A, B, and C. And now you can say A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180. And for those of you who are like, well, I don't know what to do. What is A? 25. What is B? 3x. And what is C? 20. All of this has to equal 180. So what can I do here to make it easier? Combine 25 and 20. So what does that give me? 45 equals 180. And now that looks like something you recognize, right? What do? Subtract 45 from both sides. And you end up with 3x equals 135. You divide by 3. This shouldn't be, I shouldn't have to spend time teaching you that because you've been doing it for so long. I'm pretty sure you know about it. 65, right? So now that we know x is 65, so we say x is 65. How do we find the measurement of angle B? What? Just substitute it, right? 3 times x, and then we know that x is equal to 65. It gives me 135 degrees. And that was it. Okay, so I lied. It's not 65. It's 45. Liar, yes, I know. So it's x equals 45. Yes, you are correct. What? 45. So 45, and then you multiply 3 times 45, and that does give you still 135. There. Yes. Good. All right, so using the same strategy that we did for the other one, we're going to find the angles first, the measurement of the angles, and then we're going to answer the questions. You don't want to go straight to the questions. You want to know what's there first. So my first strategy would be to number all of them. I know I have 24 degrees. I have 31. I know this is 90. So how do I find angle FCG? How do I find this angle right here? Yeah. Yes. The other way around. You subtract 24 from 90 because that whole angle, this whole thing equals 90. And if the whole thing equals 90, then whatever I add to 24 should equal to that. So 90 minus 24, 6, and that'll be 66. So this is 66 degrees. Now that I know that, what else can I do? What other angles can I find just with that information? Yes. D, B. Angles have 3 points. ACB. What is that then? Why is that 24? So you're saying that GCE is vertical angle to that one, right? So it should be the same, correct? That means this is 24. And then I know 24, I know 31, I know 90, 66, 24. I'm missing BCD. How do I find that? Why is it that I can add those two? Okay, but why is it that I can do that? Yeah, but why? Why can I add 90 and 24 and then do that? The line. About the line. Which line? Give me points. ACE, right? This whole line equals 180, right? So if the whole line equals 180, that means all the angles in there should add up to 180. So you add 24 and 31, and you get 55. You take that away from 180, and you get 125. So this should be 125. So we're going to go again over the same thing about angles, that they look like it's just this big clamp thing that they tell you everything inside is the measurement of one angle, right? So, Lauren, what is the measurement of angle FCG? And that is FCG. Look at it. What is the measurement of FCG? What numbers is it covering? What's inside? Over here. What's inside FCG? I just highlighted it. So do you think that's a measurement? Pretty obvious, right? All right, what is the measurement of angle BCD? BCD. Javier. 125. Wait, it's right here. What is the measurement of angle FCB? Pedro. It's over here. What's the measurement of angle FCB? Don't guess. Look at it and tell me, how do I find the measurement of that angle? What do you do? I'm taking it away? I don't want it in there? Yes. You add them. Because you want the measurement of this entire angle. In other words, what's inside here? If you do that, if you circle it, I'm sorry? No, you said take away. When you take away, you're subtracting. When you're adding, you adding all the angles. So when you add them, what do you get? 114, right? You are not subtracting. You are not subtracting. Look what I did. I highlighted the angle and then I circled it, meaning I want everything inside there. So for this one, ACG, I want everything inside this angle. What is it? 155. That's it. And again, I'm going to show you number 2. Number 2, you wanted angle BCD. That means you wanted everything inside here, which 125, right? If you can do that with the colors, it's even better because it gives you an idea. Whatever number I have inside, those are it. All of them. Oh, I'm sorry. It is. Sorry. All right, moving on. For the next one, these are a little more complicated because it involves doing a few more things. But what is a good strategy to do those? Two sub equations, right? What do they have to equal to? Again, because the angles of a triangle always equals 180. So I need this angle, I need this angle, and I need this angle. I have 2. What about that one? The blank one. How do I find that? What is that? What makes you think it's the same thing as 2x? How do you know?
Because they got the same.
Ah, they have these two lines. That means they're congruent. They're exactly the same. So the lines are the same, and it's a triangle. Then this must be the same, which is 2x. Now we're going to use a little trick of a plus b plus c equals 180, right? What is a? What is b? Notice how I just bring down the plus sign. They don't change. And what is c? Equals 180. No one ever said that. No one would ever say that. Like all the angles of a triangle are always 180. I think you learned that in 5th grade, right? Maybe 6th. All right, so what do I do here to make it easier? Combine the x's. 2, 3, 5. So I get 5x, and then I have, that was minus, that wasn't plus. Minus 5. I'm sorry, what is wrong with me? Minus 15. Oh, that's what I had. He just said plus 5, but it was. Equals 180. Now what? Add 15 to both sides, right? So I get 5x equals 195. When you divide by 5, x equals 39. And all you have to do was find the value of x. So if you got this answer, it's right. Then you will have to go back and plug it in. So you just put 2 times 39. What does that give me? 78, and that should be 78 also. And then you plug it in over here. 39 minus 15 is 24. Guys, you're all in deep trouble if you don't understand this by now. Like, I record the classes here, so there's no excuse. That's why the reason why I'm not changing those zeros. If you get those zeros, that means you really, really, really didn't try. So make sure you stay on those videos. All right, for the next one. What would it be equal to if I use the same idea? If this is A and this is B, what does it have to equal to? Why 360? We're just looking at those two. 180, right? So we'll say A plus B, because I only have two angles, equals 180. What is A? 3x plus 17. What is B? Equals 180. Now let's combine the variables. We get 4x, and then 17 minus 9 equals 8. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's 8. And then equals 180. Then you subtract 8 from both sides. 4x equals 172. Divide by 4. X equals 24. So now that you know that, what can you do to find the value of the angles? What? Plug them in. Go ahead and do that on your own. So when we go back and substitute, we put 3 times 24, because that's what x is, plus 17. 3 times 24 is 60, 72, plus 17 is 72, 82, 85? No. 89? And then what is 24 minus 9? I don't think that gives you 180, though. I don't think that gives me 180. That's because I did this wrong. It's 44. 172 divided by 4. What is wrong with me? 43. So that means this is wrong too. So 43, and you plug it in. 3 times 43, that would be 129 plus 17. 129, 139, 156, 145. Are you sure? Okay, so 129. That gives me 6, not 5. It's 146. And then what is 43 minus 9? So what is it? And Adriana's not the only one here. 43 minus 9. What is it? Jesus. So when you add those two, it should give you 180, and it does. Go ahead and do this one on your own, using the same thing. A plus B plus C, all of it equals 180. Okay. All right, Peter, let's go. What is A? 2x minus 4. What is B? Okay. What is C? And that equals 180, right? Then what do you do? Okay. So what does that do? Okay. Okay. So what do you add this to? What do you add it to? Okay, you do that, and then you did this, and this. And what does that give me? Negative 12. How do you get negative 12? I think that's what went wrong, actually. Hang on. I think you had a different method, but hang on. So what I want you to do is first combine these right here. What do you get when you combine those? 7x, right? And then start with the positives. What is 5 plus 11? Take away 4 from 16? 12. You get positive 12. If you had done the other way, you would have to do it to that side too, but you didn't do it. So you get 180. From here, what do we do? 12? Okay. And then what do you get? 168. And now what? 7. Okay. And now what? Did you finish that? No. Did anybody finish that part? 24. 7 goes to 16 twice. You get 2 left. 2 and 8, that's 28. So it'll be 4. So x equals 24. You can come up over here again and then just substitute. And you do on the side. For A, it's 2 times 24 minus 4. That gives me 48 minus 4, 44. So this is 44 degrees. And then for the next one, B is 3 times 24 plus 5. That'll be 60, 72. Plus 5 is 77. And then for the last one, C is 2 times 24 plus 11. So it'll be 48 plus 11, 59. If we were to add all of those up, it will give you 180. So for the next 5 minutes, I want you to do exactly the same thing with number 8. But are you going to use 180? Use a 90, because this one is a 90-degree angle. So it'll be A plus B plus C equals 90 degrees. Do it the same way. I'm going to leave it over here as a guide. So let's do the other one. I'm going to erase all this so you can have more room. I think it's 19. I'm not so sure. So A plus B plus C equals 90. If we had more angles, then we have like D and so on and so forth, but we don't. So it'll be x plus 4 plus 3x plus, minus 9 equals 90. Combine these, it'll be 5x. And then 4 girls and 9 boys, you end up with 5 girls. And 5 boys, I'm sorry. You add 5 to both sides. 5x equals 95. You divide by 5, x equals 19. So this will be 19. And then 19 minus 4, is that 15? Yeah, 15. And then 3, oh, I'm sorry. That'd be 23, right? 23. And then you'll be 3 times 19 minus 9. That gives me 57 minus 9 is 48, I think. All right, your homework is going to be the second page of this. Guys, I'm pretty sure that if you have trouble with this one, you don't know how to do this one, or you did not know how to do this one. So I need everyone to go back and redo the second page. See you later. Watch the video for guidance. Oh, and finish the last two at the bottom.